The next approach to have our data appended together is for we to use this approach called folder option. So I'm going to actually enter a new folder. I'm going to call this folder my fact table. So new folder fact table. And all I need to do now is to actually get those particular three tables inside this particular folder here. Now, I want to do something. Let me just go to my download. So from my download, I'm going to get more files into this. For the purpose, I'm going to show you why I'm doing this. And here we go. We have different files joined together right here. This is going to happen to you. If you don't do this, what's going to happen is that you're going to have an error. So we are doing this because we want to actually see how we can restrict Power Query from loading other file types into our data, which would cause some kind of commotion. We don't want that, right? Fine. Now we've gotten this, and here we have a fact table. Let us run through what is going on right here. So now we can come here and we go to data. From there, we go ahead and choose this. So we can see from folder here. Yes, of course, we can see from folder. That is beautiful. So we can use that from folder to actually get our data. So go to from folder. And now it's asking you which folder you want to get data from. So you can decide to come here. And now we go ahead and click on this. So we click on this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. So we just move and here is our fact table. Nothing is actually on it. So what we can do now is just to make sure we don't mind if something is actually on it whatsoever. Click on open. So let us give it some time. Now it opened up the data we have right in here for us. So what we have extensions. So this extension is PNG, GIF, PDF, JPG, X, this Excel extension, and we have CSV. So let us look at what is going on right beneath it. So right here is talking about you combine and transform. So combine and load and combine and load to. This combine and transform is this. It's going to combine your file for you and transform the file and combine it for you. While this combine and load will combine automatically and load this into Excel worksheet. We don't want to do that. So the next one now is this combine and load to. It's going to give you an option to choose where you want to have the data load to. So what we want is actually transform. We don't want to do that. So go to transform right here. This is where we can set some restriction to which kind of data we want to be coming into our Power Query that will feed it into a Power Pivot. Now we're right there. So now from now on, we're going to tell Excel that, okay, you know what? If I click on this place right now, I don't want to see any of this. What I want to see is actually CSV. So I am just going to allow only CSV. If I click on OK, what happens? I'm having just CSV right here. So which means if anybody go into my folder right here and drop anything that has to do with JPG, PNG, image, whatsoever, it will not pick it. What we are feeding from right now is from those three right here. I don't have to add this by all means, but I just want to show you the example that we don't need any of those files right here. So for an illustration purpose, I have to add it to just tell you how to restrict it. So we are done with this. So those ones here, they're just the name of our files. We don't need any of this down to this particular part here. We don't need them. So we can actually go ahead and click and remove other columns. So now we are left with this. So each one stands for each year. If I actually click on it right now, it's giving us transaction 2020 CSV, and it gives us the bytes. So this is exactly what it is, right? So what we need to do now is to click on this particular combined file, and it's going to actually automatically join our tables together for us. It's going to append our tables together for us. So let's do that. So evaluating that. Still waiting. Now we are here. So combined file. So this is exactly what it is. So we're going to see the first 200 rows, and it does this by command limiter because it is CSV. Don't touch any settings from here. Just go ahead and click on OK. So it's actually joining our table for us behind the scene. Let's see what happens. Ooh, nicely done. So I always love to verify if what I want to be done is done for me. How do you do that verification? So make sure you actually click on add column and come to this particular date, and you will extract the year from here. And quickly we can move this, as I've said earlier. So right click and just go to move and to the beginning. So let's check it out. So if I open up this and load more, I'm going to have 3 years of data right here. Oh, we have 2020 down to 2022. This is obvious. So you can see we don't need this. We can just go ahead and actually have it removed. So we've taken it off. So now you can do the same thing right here by loading more, and it's going to check and load more data for you. So if I actually move this down, so you can see limits of 1,000 values reached. So if I scroll down now, I'm 2021, now 2022. This is actually amazing. So we have our data combined into one. What happens when we have data for 2023, 4, 5, whatsoever? So now we just have to go all the way back to our folder. When you have new data, we're going to dump it right here. Don't worry, as we are done creating this report, we're going to bring in our 2023 inside here and see how this 2023 will automatically update without we doing anything. If I say anything, I mean anything, we're just going to click a single button, and that button is going to be our refresh button right here that will trigger everything, and it will add it up to the existing table, and we have our value. It does some kind of, exploding into whatever you don't even think of. That is exactly what it is that you need to know about this kind of appending. It's very swift, it's very easy, it will make your life easier. So all you need to do every single month, if you have monthly report that you have to actually append to the previous tables, just drop it inside the folder and come and refresh right here. And if you don't want to go through the refreshing, drop it inside the folder before you open, before you launch Excel. So as soon as you launch Excel is going to actually sense that something new is right here, and it's going to actually append it automatically and give you everything you want to see in your report. So what about this? Interesting, right? So this is exactly what you need to know.